Hey everyone, welcome back to another painting lesson. I'm Mike Ferris, and in this acrylic Halloween painting, I'm going to be starting off with my image already laid out on an 8x10 pre-stretched canvas. And if you'd like the image, you can get this down in the description box, as well as all the colors and materials, and as well as a short video on how to transfer images to your canvas with wax transfer paper. So to get started, I have my number 12 flat brush here, and on my palette I'm going to be starting off with raw umber, burnt umber, Cad Orange, Cad Yellow, and titanium white as always. So I'm going to mix up some burnt and raw umber together, and this will be my darker value that I'll start up top with, and I'll gradually get lighter with more of an orangey brown color as I move down towards the horizon. So now without cleaning, I'm going to take some more burnt umber and this time add some Cad Orange into that. And I'll go ahead and take this value now and just blend that up into this darker value and bring this lighter stuff down just a little bit. Okay, and again without cleaning, now I'm just picking up more Cad Orange into this. And again, let's bring this down a little bit more. And again, I'll just blend that up into that darker value before. Now just getting more Cad Orange again, and this time titanium white. And I'll just go once again bringing this down and blending it up into that darker value. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into burnt and raw umber for that darker value, and right here along the pumpkin, I want to bring it down just a little bit further. There's going to be a striking highlight there on the sides, and I want to be able to contrast those. So now with the paint left on the brush, I could do little cloud indications there like you saw. Okay, so with a clean brush now, I have Cad Yellow and just a little bit of raw umber into that to dull it down. And now quite a bit of titanium white, so I have this light dull yellow color here. And let's go ahead and block in for our rising moon. So now I'm going to go into some Cad Orange, and I have now my number 6 natural round bristle brush. This is going to be able to let me do some clouds with this brush very well. So I'm just taking some titanium white into this orangey brown color, and with a dry brush and very little paint on the brush, as you can see, I can do little cloud indications. So I want a little bit more color now because I don't want it that bright. So this is what's cool, is you can always adjust your colors anytime. So I'm just going to go in here and there and just dry brush with this particular brush and make these cloud indications like so. Alright, now I'm going to change it up and put some Cad Yellow into this, and see I'm tapping off the paint quite a bit, just a little bit on the brush at a time and with no water. And this is what gives me this cloud effect really nice with this natural round bristle brush, just like this. So as we get closer to the moon here, and this is going to be a little change in value on the color there. And again, just dry brushing these effects in. Okay, no cleaning. I'm going to go back into some of this orange and now get some yellow, get some titanium white. and just a teeny touch of this burnt umber. So this little value change, and we're going to have these clouds come in front of the moon like so. Okay, now I'm going to go into some raw umber alone now, and let's make the indication of some of this debris blowing in the wind. Maybe these are some leaf indications here. Okay, with my 1/4 inch angle brush now, I'm going to take some raw umber and I'm going to start blocking in the stem, and I want to leave a little bit of a white edge here so I don't lose this, and also for a highlight that'll be striking the edge of it. So just going to bring this down, and with this angle brush I can really get in here with the tip of this, and it gives me very good precision on that. So now I've got some violet here that I've added to my palette, and with a clean brush now and just a touch of raw umber into this violet and a lot of titanium white, I'm going to get this dull, very light lavender color. And right here there's going to be a striking highlight, and it's going to have sort of this kind of hint of lavender hue to it, but it's not going to be too obvious, but it is going to help to pop out this reflective shine a little bit more. Okay, with a clean brush now, I'm going to take some Cad Orange, a touch of this burnt umber into it, and this is going to be pretty much a base color that I'm going to use to block in the rest of this pumpkin here. And of course I'll leave all of the eyes and nose and mouth open. So now going to my number 4 natural round bristle brush, I'm grabbing some raw umber and just a touch of Cad Orange and just tapping the paint off there, just a little bit at a time, and of course a dry brush. I'm going to start placing these dark values pretty much where they go for the shadowed areas. Alright, going back into raw umber and a touch of Cad Orange, and this time I'm going to my number 2 flat brush because I have a little bit more control here. Alright, just going to go into that orangey brown color, most of it off my brush, and just mostly titanium white. And right here and there, I'm going to strike some highlights with this. Okay, no cleaning. I'm going to go into some Cad Yellow now and Titanium White just to bring it up a little bit. Okay, a little bit more yellow than that. And I want to start building a glow for a shine on this highlight here, so I'm just going to lightly fade this over and glaze on top of this orangey color there. Okay, and just run that out. Now without cleaning, I'm just picking up pure Titanium White. So where I want it the brightest and heaviest first, I'm going to put it right there. And then as paint runs low on the brush, I'm going to fade that out into that yellowish blended color there. And this is going to really enhance this shine and make this ever brighter. Okay, now I'm going to go into that violet and some Titanium White into that. Just a touch of burnt umber to dull it a hair. And now it's mostly Titanium White with this very light lavender color. I want to make this side here more saturated. Okay, now just Titanium White, and again where I want it the heaviest and brightest, and I'll just fade this into this very hint of lavender sort of color to it. Okay, and then over here just adding again some more Titanium White, and I don't want to cover all that faded orangey yellow color up, so just fading this white into that and just brightening this up. Alright, now I'm going to take some Cad Yellow now, a little bit of Cad Orange into that, and more Cad Yellow to that. You can see how the orange will take over super fast if you're not careful with that. So again, very little paint on the brush, and I want to go on the very outside of this bright highlight and reinforce and put that glow back in. Okay, so with a clean brush and Titanium White, let's strike some highlights for this stem right here, and I'll just take this up. Alright, now I've got some permanent black here, and with my number 2 flat brush, I'm just going to take just straight up black, and I'm going to hit it where I want this the darkest in the deepest part of these crevices. Okay, going back into some light value here, just a little orangey brown and mostly Titanium White. Let's strike some more highlight stuff with that. Okay, I have heavy body yellow here now, and it's more opaque and it's much more saturated than regular yellow. So with that, I'm going to block in the eyes, nose, and mouth with this. Okay, with a clean brush now, I have here Magenta Red. This is a much more vibrant red than, say, just regular crimson or primary red. So just a little bit of paint on the brush with my number 2 flat, and I'm going to go around the edges of the mouth, eyes, and nose a little bit. And this is going to really build up a glow that is coming out of those places and really light this thing up. You know me and glows, I just got to have those shines, because without them, I mean, it's just, to me, not as much of an interesting painting, and it's more flat that way to me. So I'm just mixing up a little bit of yellow and white into that red there. So right here, this is going to add some dimension, and you can see that there, and you can start to see into the pumpkin a little bit, its flesh and the thickness of it as we look inside of it. So we're going to hit that with that value and a little bit on the nose right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into this magenta red, and once again, let's go on the outside and redo, and let's enhance this glow like so. Okay, without cleaning out, taking titanium white, this just makes a very light yellow color. And I want to go right here and strike some of these highlights and show some of this glow from the face happening here. Okay, going back into raw umber now and a touch of this Cad Orange. Let's go back over and do another layer and reinforce these shadowed areas. So as you can see, I'll play these colors back and forth, and each time it'll build up another layer and make everything more saturated and more full and more smooth and everything else. So now just taking Cad Orange, and now it's just Cad Yellow now. I'm going to just reinforce and re-enhance the mouth like so. And right here, I wanted to cover this area up. I don't know what happened there. That was something that was just kind of over that. So now I'm just taking some raw umber now into my orange a little bit there. I'm giving a little bit of an edge. That shows a little bit of dimension on the mouth there. Okay, now with just some Cad Orange, and I'm going to come down and fill some more of this bottom part in. Okay, with a clean brush now and just titanium white, I'm just going to very selectively put some white into this and just really sparkle up this glow and shine of these eyes. And look at that, you can see how much brighter those look, and now it really brings out that glow and that shine that much more. So again, not covering this up, but more or less just glazing this brighter color over this and making this pop a little bit more. So just a little bit in the mouth here as well. Okay, going into raw umber again, and I want to knock back just some of this highlight, not all of it, of course. So see, I can redefine and shape this however and make these highlights however and wherever I'd like. That's really cool with acrylics there. So now I'm going to take some permanent black and some raw umber, and let's block in his body with this. Okay, without cleaning now, I'm going to take some white and some burnt umber with this number 12 flat that I've been using. And I'm just going to hit this stuff here, and you can really get away with anything you want to do with this. Anything you don't like, you can cover up with a light or dark value. So look, I'm just going to dab that in however, and not worried about it. That just adds a little bit of texture. So now I've got my script liner brush. I'm with black and raw umber and lots of water. I'm going to twist and pull that through as I turn it to a point. And with this, I can go in here and make very precise squiggly little doodads like this and really show some hay and straw hanging off them. So look, I can even run this through his torso a little bit like this. Anything you want to do, however. Seeing up here a little bit, showing a little bit of this straw and this hay or whatever, these twigs. Whatever you want them to be. And just throwing them squiggling, however, randomly. Okay, so now with some Cad Yellow and some titanium white, and again, lots of water, and pulling that through to a point and turning it like so. And we really want to load those bristles up, and let's throw this value here and there. And again, it's not everywhere, but letting all these other values play along as well. Okay, so with my script liner brush, as you can see, as I push down harder, it makes a fatter line. And of course, with just little pressure, I can come out here and make a very thin line. So however you want to do these, just really go for it and see what you can find, and just really just see how creative you can be. If you don't like something, then just take another value and cover it up. It's all good. So now let's take some Cad Orange to this value now, and some titanium white. As you can see, it's a little bit different now. And let's play this here and there. All right, without cleaning now, just titanium white, and again, lots of water, pulling it through to a point, and this gives a lot of precision and a nice clean line. So just here and there, very here and there, I just want to hit these very direct highlights with this. Okay, and now I'm going to go in now to some Cad Orange with some titanium white. So I'm going to build a little bit of a glow that's happening off of his body right here. And again, this is my script liner that I'm just dabbing this in with. You can use a number 2 flat if you're not comfortable with that. So see, that really enhances that shine and that glow like so. Okay, back to my number 2 flat brush now. Just going to take titanium white. And right here, I just want to strike some highlight and just stay up in this part of it, this upper part here. This is going to show some fold that's happening. All right, back to my script liner again, and with lots of water and permanent black, I'm going to make the indication of some distant bats. All right, again with my script liner and lots of water and permanent black, I'm going to start making these grass-like things. So this is really simple, just the very tip of the script liner and just whipping it up like this. And it's really anything goes. You can do even thick lines by pressing harder like that. So just a little bit of this and that, not much. So now I'm just going to take some burnt umber now and a little white. And right here, very little paint on the number 2 flat brush, and I want to make the indication of some of these foregrounds, sort of bokeh looking debris or like leaves that are blowing in the autumn wind, and just kind of throw these in a couple places. Okay guys, that's it, and I want to thank you guys so much for all your watch time and participation and support, and don't forget to subscribe for more video lessons I'll be putting out regularly. And if you have any questions or comments, please drop those down below. And until next time, happy Halloween and happy painting, everyone.